Hey, Bill here with Chacote Outdoor Recreation. So, interesting week for me. I got this pretty cool knife sheath. I just love it. You know, if you're used to the button ones, this is just kind of a cool retro thing. And I started thinking, hey, Bill, you got this cool knife sheath now. It's a folder pocket knife sheath. What pocket knife are you going to put in there? And I was really thinking, I thought, yeah, I could go out and buy one of these new Chinese-made, knives and all that, but that's just not me. That's just not who I am. For me, there was ever only one pocket knife, and that was the legendary Kamp King. And so I did score one, and this one was in pristine condition. It's the legendary Kamp King. I'm going to tell you all about it today, so stick with me. It's going to get pretty interesting. So my advice is, whenever you get a brand new knife, the first thing you want to do when you get a brand new knife is sharpen it, because I'll tell you something. A dull knife is an unsafe knife. The sharper it is, the safer it's going to be, whether you're processing game, cutting something. If you got a dull knife, it's dangerous. Now the Kamp King, you may notice that Kamp is spelt with a K. Why is that? Because in German, Kamp is spelt with a K. In the 1920s, the metallurgists, the new immigrants from Germany that came here, they brought with them proprietary metallurgical, I can't even say it right, metallurgical, science from Soligen, Germany. Right out of Soligen, Germany. This is legendary, where they make swords and a bunch of other scalpels for doctors, things of that nature. Blades that have to be very, very sharp. So the metal in these old Kamp Kings is, well, you can't get it anymore because all those guys are long dead now. And now some guy in China is putting together the metal, and who knows what they're making it out of. But this is the real thing. Now, there aren't a lot of blades that I'm genuinely afraid of, but I'm telling you, this Kamp King is at a level of sharpness where I won't even run my finger against the blade to test it. I've shaved hair with it. I've done all kinds of stuff. It is basically a scalpel. It was a razor blade, and it does frighten me a little bit, but maybe it's good to have that healthy respect of the blade. But you can't go wrong with this. Once you get it sharpened, all you really need to do is just hone it off on the sheath, and it'll hold an edge for quite some time. Hey, so years ago, if you were given a pocket knife, you were given a pocket knife to do chores and that, and if you lost the pocket knife, it would be devastating. These were $2 or $3, and that was a hell of a lot of money when I was a kid. But this is how we used to carry them. We'd get a string like this, and we'd put it through here like that, put it through like that, and then we take one of our belt loops and we do like this, okay? And then see this little pocket here, this little pocket? A lot of people will tell you that's for coins and stuff. It's not. Levi Strauss designed this pocket for pocket knives. So your pocket knife goes in there like that. Now if something happens in your busy day, you're 4 years old, you're running around doing chores, and you were to lose your pocket knife, it would fall out of your pocket, but you wouldn't lose it. And that's what that pocket's designed for. But if you look at modern jeans, you're going to find that this pocket, this little pocket on your jeans, well, it's rapidly disappearing because, well, boys and men are a lot more feminized today, and few of them carry pocket knives. But that's how we used to carry them. That's what that pocket's for. So hey, let's talk about the circle of blood, and this is very important. This is how you open a pocket knife. Before you open a pocket knife, you'll take it closed like this. You'll hold it out like that, and you'll go around yourself, all the way around yourself. And if you can touch anybody with that pocket knife, then you don't open it. That's called the circle of blood and keeps you from cutting other people. So how you open up a pocket knife is simply this way. You get the knife and you open it up. Now the knife is open. But how do you close it? How do you put the knife away? Hold it in your palm like this, okay? And then you simply close it like that with all your fingers and stuff out of the way. So that's opening and closing. Remember, circle of blood, opening and closing. Treat this tool with respect, and it'll treat you with respect. That's how you use the bottle opener. In case you ever wondered, this is how it's done. You get it hooked underneath one of these ridges. You just simply take the cap off. Kamp King, getting it done. Oh yeah. Okay, so here's the standard Kamp King. That's a standard Kamp King, top of the line. But I'm going to show you something so rare you're probably never going to see it again on YouTube. This is the Super Kamp King, and it was made in about the 1930s. An interesting thing about the Super Kamp King is you get a beverage opener on the bottom of it. I don't know if you can see that in the camera or not. That's a beverage opener. Now what they've done is, in the old days, believe it or not, we didn't have these pop-top cans like this, okay? This was done by the Communist Party to feminize American men. This is to make us weaker and a little bit more feminized. You can use the pop-top, but there again, you can also sneak into your mom's room and start wearing her shoes and dressing up like your sister, but I'm not going to have any of it. This is how we used to open a can in the old days, okay? You used to go ahead and get like this. You'd make a hole in one side, okay? Then you'd flip it over to the other side to make a vent hole like this. Like that. And that's how a man used to open up his cans. Like I said, you can use this pop top if you want, but I don't know, I'm not going to do it. I'm not changing for anybody. But that's the beverage opener, and that's how you use it. Okay, let's get this can open with our trusty Kamp King. As you can see, it works kind of like the old P98. Or if you remember the P98, how that worked. It's the same thing, but when you use a Kamp King, unlike the P98, you're not going backwards. You're actually going to be going forwards, okay? And it's a little bit of work because the new cans don't have much of a lip. Yeah, newer cans don't have the lip that they had in the 30s and the 40s. And that makes it a little hard, but the point is it will still work and you can get the can open. This right here is the leather awl, and you know, back during the Depression and that, back when I was a kid, oftentimes you'd have to make a new hole in your belt because you got a lot skinnier, you know, food was scarce, and that's where the leather awl came in. But it's also a great tool for just repairing leather items in camp. But how you make a new hole with this thing is you decide about where you want the hole. You pre-position the leather awl, and you just work yourself a nice little circle here. And it's kind of beveled to make, specifically to make a hole. You want to make sure you have a firm surface, and just keep working it back and forth like that in a circle, all the way, pushing it through. And you make the hole comparable to the holes that are already in the belt as far as size goes. And that's how you make a hole in a belt. And then you can neaten it up, you know what I mean? Once you make the hole, you get it nice and neat, twist it around, get it neat, get it looking good, and you'll have a nice new hole for your belt. That's the purpose of the leather awl on the back of your Kamp King. That's what it's all about.
Hello there, girls and boys. How would you like to join the Skippy Club? We're planning lots of things for the future. A regular Skippy Club magazine, Skippy Club outings, and lots of photos and information about our friend, Skippy. And there'll be special Skippy Club privileges, too. I know that you'll be proud to wear this Skippy badge and carry your official membership card. Send your name and address to Skippy Club, Box 177, Punchbowl, New South Wales 2196, and we'll send you an application form with all the details.
Stay safe, stay warm, stay free.
All